Hello, everybody. This is a video recording for the project as part of the IT automation course. As part of this project, we were given two tasks, task one and task two. Task one was to combine the contents of three files and create a new file called as merged content.txt, which contains the content of all those three files. And task two was to create a simple calculator using Python and functions, along with try and exception handling methodology. So let me first execute task one first and show you successful execution of this script. As you can see, the project folder contains task files, a text files folder, which contains all the text files which was given to us as part of the project. What we are going to do in this task is we are going to combine all the contents of these files into a single file with the name as merged content.txt file. So let me run the script once. I'm running the Python file. So the Python file has successfully run, and it says the message, the content of the file is returned to the path and the file name successfully. So let's see that file, that is merged content.txt, which is created as part of the script. Now let's go over how the script was written. The first part is I am importing both OS and os.path modules. Then I'm creating a variable called as path, which contains the direct path where the text files are present, which is text files folder. And then I created a list called as file list, which contains the file names of all the files which was given as part of the project. Then what I did was I used os.chdir, that means change directory keyword function, to change the path. Then I used if condition to verify if there is a pre-existing file with name merged content.txt. If it is present, then delete it. That means if the file called merge content.txt is already present in the specified directory, then it will just delete that file. Next, I wrote a for loop. In that, I looped the list. So one by one, the file names are opened in read mode, and the content of that file is read and stored in the variable t using the with command. I used with the keyword because we don't need to close the file specifically if we are using the with keyword. So I don't have to use a close function to close the file after opening it in the read mode or append mode. That's the reason I use with. Uh, so inside that with, I also use another with keyword where I opened the merged content.txt file in append mode and wrote the files, wrote each line that was retrieved in variable t and followed by the new line character, because every line was written in a new line. So, and then I wrote a print message which showed the successful execution of the entire script. And this is the file got generated. I'll run the script once again. I'm deleting this file, and let me run this file once again. So it has run successfully, and this is the contents of the file, merged content.txt. The second task was to create a simple calculator which performed addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. As part of this task, I had used two modules, that is a regular expression and a math module. First, I define the functions. I defined the functions for addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, and I used operators plus, minus, star, and slash. That means multiplication and division. And first and foremost, I asked the user to enter the input of which kind of operation the user wants to perform. It can be add, subtract, multiply, and division. Each of these operations were associated with values 1, 2, 3, and 4. That means 1 for add, 2 for subtraction, 3 for multiplication, and 4 for division. I then used while loop with 1. That means if the while loop will run continuously till we break it. So that's the reason I used while of 1. And then inside that I used try except exception handling, so that I can verify whether the value inputted by the user is correct or not. Is it valid or not? If the user inputs something, some random letters or something, then the user will be asked to input the correct value again continuously till the correct value is inserted. The while loop will not break. So so inside the try block, I am first verifying whether the value whether the operation value is between 1, 2, 3, and 4 only. If it is less than or equal to 0, or if it is greater than equal to 5, then it should show invalid input. Operation input equal to, again if it is invalid input, again I'm asking for the input from the user. So again the user will be shown this command, enter your choice. If the value inserted is retrieved is correct, that means it is 1, 2, 3, or 4, then the while loop will break. Similarly, in the except part, I am verifying whether the user has inputted any random letters or not. If some random letters are inputted, again I am printing the invalid input message for the user and asking for the user's input. So this loop will not break until and unless the user inputs the correct value. And next, I use another while loop with while of 1. That means this loop will run continuously until correct value is inserted. And here, what is happening is I'm using a try except block again. And in the try block, I'm accepting two inputs, X and Y. That is two numbers I'm asking from the user. And if the operation, that means this value is 1, then it will perform um, it will perform it will print the value as X plus Y equal to round is a function which will round the result into 2 decimals. That is the requirement of the task. So I have used the round function, which is part of the math module. I'm using that to round the function to 2. Round the result to 2 decimals. So here I am using the add function, which is basically defined here, add function, and I'm typecasting the values to float values, so that even the float values can be accepted. And once the result is compiled, I am breaking the while loop. Similarly, again, I use else if and the operation 2, that means that is for subtraction. Similarly, again, else if for operation 3, that is for multiplication. Else if and operation 4, that is for division. Inside the division, I am using another try catch, try exception block. That is for using the for division, that is for basically 0 division error. That means if the user inputs a first number as 4 or 5 or anything, and the second number is 0, then division by 0 must be undefined. So it throws an error. But I have used the zero division error exception and printed the value as x divided by y equal to undefined. That means any integer divided by 0 would be undefined. And then I'm using the break to break the while loop. And last exception is the value error. If the value entered by user is some literal, some alphabets or some symbols, then the value error will occur, and I'm handling that by printing the message. The program is expecting two numerical values and break. Let me now run this script successfully. So I'm running the script. When I ran the script, the user is expected to input the value. Let me first input some random letter to show that it shows the invalid value. Let me enter capital letter, again invalid value. Let me use 0 as an input. Again, it's invalid input. Let me show use some number greater than 4, like 5, again invalid input. But now let me use 3, that is multiplication. So it is asking for the first number now. Now if I use y as a input, and the second number, if I give again 5 as a number, then the program exits because of the invalid value error. So it has caught the exception with value error and printed the message as the programming expecting two numerical values. Let me clear this and run the script again. Let me put the multiplication, and first number let me give as 1.000000, and second number can be 3.22245 something, and let's hit enter. So it has printed the correct value. That means 4 into 3, it's 12, and it has rounded off to the maximum 2 decimal values only using the round function. Similarly, now let's try to do division. Let's try to do a division with 0 as the second number. So first number I'm using 5 divided by 0. That means second number I'm inputting 0. So it says 5 divided by 0 is undefined. That means 0 division error has occurred and the exception has been caught, and the message is printed as undefined. Similarly, again, let me do a execution of this, and let me do a division. Let me do 6 divided by 2. 6.0000 will be the first number, and 2.0 will be the second number. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. It has inputted the it has given the correct results. And let me do addition as well. I have done multiplication and division. Let me do subtraction as well. Let me run the script again. It's asking for the operation. I'm selecting subtraction, that is 2. I'm entering the first number as 6.23242323, and second number as 7, not 7, second number as 8.11111. So the result will be minus 1.88. That means because the first number is smaller than the second number, it has generated a negative result, that is minus 1.88. Let me do a addition as well. So I have selected 1 as the addition. 4.000 and 5.6666 is the second number, and you can see that 5 plus 4, that means 9. 9.6, it is rounded off to last 2 decimals, that is 67. So I have executed both the tasks successfully, Thank you for listening. Have a great day.